told me my guitar was out of tune. Rude. But then I learned he had perfect pitch. So I was like, oh, he can't help it. Like, he's just trying to be helpful. So that's kind of our Genesis story.
So I walked by and, you know, I'm not the most socially apt, but I wanted to help. So I was like, your guitar's out of tune. But Nykkoa was like, wow, the gall of that guy. But when Nykkoa like later learned that I have perfect pitch, you know, it clicked that like, oh, you know, he wasn't actually being mean. He like couldn't help but hear it. The first time we actually really met though was a few months after that at like one of our choir concerts.
We met at the Valentine's Day concert that our high school had put on. I went to this Valentine's Day concert because I was still singing with the choir program, and I saw him and I was just like, him, like that one, he's the one. And I like devised this plan to like get his number, and I like went and used this like mutual friend of ours and was like, oh hey, like it's been a long time, like give me your number. Oh, and you give me your number too. So yeah, and then he never talked to me. So that was fun.
My friend and I got approached, and you know, Nykkoa was like, oh hey, you know, so-and-so, like, because they went to middle school together. They're like, oh, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. Wow, it's been such a long time, like, let me get your number. And then like turns to me and is like, oh, you're friends with this person, like let me get your number too, you gotta be cool. And so we started texting and talking after that, and we became really close being in the choir together. And yeah, that's long story short, I guess.
I love the way that he can always make me laugh. We can be in the middle of an argument and he'll like say something or do something and I'll just start laughing even though I'm mad, and it makes me mad. Sometimes I'm like, no, I want to be mad. Like I don't want to laugh right now, but he always knows how to make me laugh, and he's just always been like really funny. Like even without having to like try to be funny, he's just like super funny, and he always listens to me, which is also like really great. Like he really takes time to like value my opinion and listens to me and listens to my needs and my wants, and has just always been very understanding on top of that. So he's just an all-around great guy.
I like how Nykkoa handles being the center of attention, like with such grace. It's really contagious. You know, I'm a very like reserved, like laid back person, but I think, you know, having someone like Nykkoa around really brings out like, you know, more of my social self, and lets me to, you know, just makes me more comfortable, you know, being around people. And yeah, I think that's one of my favorite things.
Nykkoa is a beautiful human being, kind and accepting of others, fun, up for the adventure, full of life, love, and laughter. Nykkoa is a survivor, willing, extremely gifted and intelligent, and one of the most resilient people I've had the pleasure of knowing. Nykkoa has guts and is even willing to break the rules, only if it's for a reason in which they firmly believe. Isaac is friendly, wise, and knowledgeable. It's easy to be with Isaac. Isaac walks his own path and seems authentically uninterested in making his path exactly like that of someone else. Also talented and very intelligent, Isaac is curious and actually reads books.
When writing these vows, I really did not have a clue at all where to start. So naturally I went to google.com and looked up the word vow. And I found out that the definition of vow is a solemn promise. A couple years ago on a leap day, I asked you to take a leap of faith with me into the rest of our lives. And in this moment, we stand. We stand together at the brink of our lifelong adventure. And I vow to you to be there for all of the serious and lighthearted moments, forever.
Isaac, I knew you were the one when I saw you at our Valentine's Day concert in 2013. I wrote about you in my diary, calling you a cutie, and making sure I got your number. even though you wouldn't talk to me until later that summer when you told me my guitar was out of tune. You've seen me at my worst and still choose to love me every day. Wow, okay. And I am grateful in return for the chance I get to know you and love you, and too. So thank you for loving me, all of me, and staying by my side when I feel like I don't deserve it.
Having made known your intentions to love and cherish one another in the presence of all these witnesses, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. And it is my distinct honor to present to you for the very first time, Isaac and Nykkoa Isaac.